above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, white with gold.
Well, good afternoon. It's Longhaultanker, straight razor shaving with Longhaultanker, and today is Wednesday, 3rd of June, 2024, at approximately, almost exactly, 1400, 2 o'clock p.m. Central Time, and I'm home after the 11th consecutive load to Portage, Wisconsin. I have already been assigned the 12th, so I am all set and ready to go on Friday. What time they get back, around noon or later. Anyway, I got 3 days of whiskers. I hope you can see those. It just looks like a woolly bear on my face. And a couple of things. I got some Barcelona Cafe ambiance music playing in the background. I wanted to be upbeat above Native American Indian flute music or all other alternatives that I like as well, because I'm feeling pretty good today. Had my nice hot shower, gave myself a haircut, and feeling pretty good. You might ask me, why am I feeling so good? Because the White House is in a turmoil and they're devouring themselves, and it's delicious. It's absolutely delicious. Think back over the last 8 years. 2 illegitimate impeachment trials, Russia, Ukraine, and now here they knew he was going to fall on his face last Thursday night, yet they put him up there anyway. Why? Because they wanted him out. What we're witnessing is an internal coup against a sitting president. Go figure. And it's just lovely. It's just fun to watch, from which there will be no recovery. They will lose by a landslide, and it'll just be it's like, poor Steve Bannon is in prison at this very moment, went in on Monday morning. But he saw this coming. He knew there was going to happen. And so what he said about the transition, I want to repeat here, and that is, every chance you get into these conversations, it's going to be this one, or it's going to be that one, or however they're going to fix it. You make it as painful for them and humiliating as possible, so that it might change their mind. Whose minds are ever changed anymore? I don't know. The undecided, I've never seen one of those. But painful. Make it painful. Make it painful. We'll have a little more to say about that. But I want to shave. I want to talk about... Not that I really want to talk at all. And I don't have anything but particular to say about shaving. Oh, I forgot one thing. Stay right there. Martin, this is for you. I think you requested it here not too long ago, and that is for me to hold up my roll-up. Okay, there it is. I'm holding up my roll-up, and you'll see there's 2 slots empty, and those are the razors I'm going to use today. Now, you may or may not recognize, this is a Thiers Assard, a leather 7-day roll-up that I bought off of eBay just a few weeks ago, no more than a couple of months ago. And just perfect, brand new condition for about 1/3 of the retail price here in America. And so I decided, you may recall, not long ago, just 3-4 weeks ago, I bought a Fritz Brock tennis razor and a vintage Dovo Berkshire Low in the vintage style, not the new style. And so I decided I was going to fill this 7-day roll-up with vintage mint condition razor. And you may recall, my good viewers, just how mint that Fritz Brock tennis razor was in the Berkshire Low Dovo vintage style, just how perfect they were. And they're 60 years old, and they're just and they honed up and they shaved and blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to set this aside over here. And so I have purchased 2 new vintage mint condition razor. And let me go with the first one because it might be just a little bit anticlimactic. But it's certainly mint, it's certainly sparkly, it's absolutely perfect. I purchased, what rings in the back of my head, the reason I got this is that it rings in the back of my head from what my friend, Matt, Lukey3262, said to me over a year ago, and that is if you see a Fritz Brock, buy it. Oh, okay. And then I bought the tennis razor, about 4 to 6 weeks ago, and lo and behold, what did I find? Another Fritz Brock tennis razor, same model 87, and it's just an absolute pristine mint condition, same scales. It's an 87, a little bit of a modified square point there, I'll call it, a little bit rounded on the end, and it's just beautiful. And so now I have 2 duplicate razors, same color, same model number, and it's just it's beautiful. Now I will tell you this, that I shaved with it last Friday before I left for work off camera, and I couldn't be happier. Now I'm not super crazy about having 2 duplicate models. You always like to change things up a little bit, so you have a variety. And I said, you know what? I'm getting close to the end. I feel it. My wife tells me I'm getting close to the end of buying razors. And indeed, I've got the next one already picked out in my mind and saving up for it that I want to buy. And that so I've got 2 opens in all my roll-ups. I've got 2 open slots left, and not those 2 you just saw. That's where these go. But in all of my roll-ups, the totality of my razors, I've got 2 open slots, and I'm gonna have to do some shuffling around. This one will go here, and that one will go there, and okay, I've got my set. And it's gonna be hard because as I say, this roll-up is going to be vintage, mint condition styled razors, and I'm going to, the one I've got in mind to buy is a new production, beautiful, and I'm going to put that in the center slot and build out from it, and that'll be like the king of this 7-day roll-up. So I have to redistribute the 2 I take out. It's not going to be these 2, unlikely. Probably be, we'll deal with that when we get down the road. But now, the second razor, this is just as fun as can be. It's, now, everybody knows that Dovo bought Fritz Brock. And you can tell by looking at it, it is very much a Dovo looking style razor. And you look at the Masters razor that Bill M just recently purchased and shaved with in his lab. It looks like a Dovo. It looks like this one, and it looks like this one. Javoso is what I think that yes, Gevoso, Germany. Look at that nice little inlay on the scales there. A little bit of fading in the yellow, but that's it. That is the only defect that you'll find on this thing. Now, this says Javoso 131 on the tang. It says Germany. On the back it says Soligen, made in Germany. Yeah. It's a 6/8, but I want you to look at the nice labeling. It says Soligen Fakkerbite. Fakkerbite. I just thought that was very, not only curious, but just kind of fits with my color, because I got a Dovo Fakkerbite. And this looks very much like a blank that Dovo would use or grind. And so I wonder if there's a connection between the name on the new model Fakkerbite by Dovo and any connection to this name on this Javoso, which is very much on the same order of blank as the Fakkerbite, the vintage Bergischer Low, very much on the same blank order of blank as the Masters that Bill just recently purchased and shaved with on the last video. So I honed these up. I won't say I hurriedly honed them up. I can't say that I could have done better. But what I will say is that I honed them up on the Shapton Glass series. And I also use, I should pull it out and show you, because I don't use electrical tape, but I do use Carton, it's a 3N yellow cellophane looking sort of heat resistant, very strong, 1 millimeter, it specifically says 1 millimeter thick. And so I use the tape on these, on the spine, especially this one with the beautiful, with the paint, I'm going to call that a paint job, with the, that could be gold wash up there, but with the black and the red that's in there. And so I use the tape on both of them. And on my shave Friday morning, before I used these same two razors, and they were just stunning. And so we're going to go with them again today. The soap that I'm going to be using is Martin de Condré's Vetiver. I just love this smell. The nature, the greenery of nature, just wonderful. Love it. And my brush, I don't use this one very often. And you may recall that I got that Sterling Soap Company 31 millimeter boar bristle brush with a monster green handle that I just love that. In fact, I use that one every Friday morning with my shave off camera. That's a regular. But that was made by a company called Zenith, which sent me looking for other Zenith, because I just love that boar. I'm not a boar guy. I don't like boar, but I love that one. And so it sent me looking for other Zenith boar bristle, because I wanted to try and get something from Zenith in that size. And they do have a 30 millimeter, but I think they're lying because it's not big and fat like that one with a big fat handle. But here's one, they call it a 27 millimeter. And it's okay. I just wanted to try it again today. And so we will. And so there's the equipment for today. We got the music playing in the background. I'm feeling lively, feeling energized. If your enemy is destroying himself, stand back and let him. And make no mistake, the servants of Satan are my enemy. You can't run around killing babies still in the womb, and you can't run around cutting little boys' ding-dings off and telling these kids that they, oh, you might think you're a girl, but you're not. No. That is defying the creative order of Almighty God, and I'm going to call it out. Oh, that's just wonderful. That's the wash water, the soaking water from the top of the pot, top of the jar. Just wonderful. It sure was interesting. Here we are on July the 3rd to see that the month of June passed by relatively quiet. I didn't have nobody shoving their, threatening me with their Rainbow Mafia nonsense, and it was very quiet. I guess they got the lesson. How about going back to the closet? That would suit me just fine. Go back to the closet and read your Bible while you're in there, and it's not natural, and you will never be accepted as natural and normal. My ex-wife, back in the 70s, took a course when we were young and dumb and in college, a course on abnormal psychology. Abnormal psychology. Big chapter. And in the old, you remember old Jack Webb, television and radio, Dragnet. There's an old episode that comes out of the Los Angeles Police Department from the late 50s, talking about this abnormal behavior and how to identify these psychologically impaired individuals and report them. Which I just laughed. I remember that it was about maybe 2 years ago that I heard that. Barcelona Cafe, ambient music. I just thought it was really cute. Yeah, I can say cute. I'm a grown-ass man and I can say cute. I can't dance with beans, but I can stand in one place and shake a little bit. Well, as we get started, whoops, how about that? Little shout out to my regulars that I like watching their videos and calling them out, and that would be Bill M. Saw your last video there with the new Masters. Lukey3262, also known as Matt, also straight face shaved with. That's his YouTube channel. He hasn't had a new one up in a long time, but I know he was busy trying to start a new business, and he got a young family, so he's still a friend and we still miss him. And I think that's probably pretty good. And we got Martin shave test. We got Dapper Shaves, Jock in South Africa. We've got Sean Staplefeld in Puerto Rico. Nice young man. Nice young man. I've had occasion here recently to talk with him on the phone. I think we talked on the phone, but we certainly have had several longer text message exchanges. Fun and I think, Sean, you and I are going to get along just fine. It takes a lot to take me. It takes a lot. You either agree with me or you don't agree with me. If you don't agree with me, you either reject me or you tolerate me. And I can take the toleration. What I can't take is I can't take. I can take it. I can take it just fine. There's the door. Don't have a lot of friends, and that's probably why. And I'm not one of these guys that thinks he's got to bend over and get along with everybody to get on in life. I've got a wife that loves me. One of my children does and the other doesn't. So there you go. All right, we're going to start with the Fokker bite. I never thought I'd say that about another razor. That is just fabulous. No effort. Well, I'm home tomorrow. I was thinking about taking one or both of these and converting them over to a conical. Likely this one. I don't know. I may not, because this is just shaving. Why it works? Why would I change it? I don't know. Don't know. But I was thinking about it. Then again, I may sleep to noon and watch TV all day tomorrow afternoon. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Music, baby. I could stop right there on that side. And how about that vacation that Eric had? The Cajun Blade. Very nice vacation. Down on the Gulf Coast somewhere, I'm sure. I don't know if you said where you went, but it was a beautiful background. And I just busted up. I busted up in my bunk last night watching your video in the truck when you said that you're using the glass from the patio door, the reflection, to see yourself, which is exactly what I did in freezing temperature in November 2 years ago, when my wife and I took an extended, well, I think we were there for 4 days, 4 days, 3 nights, or 4 nights and 5 days, I forget. But we were, it was a good little while, and we had a good time, and it was snowing, and it was freezing, and it was the Sierra Nevada mountains. We were on the Nevada side, not the California side, and just had a wonderful time, and stood out there on the patio. I sent you a link to the video, Eric, of that Tahoe shave in freezing temperature, and it was a hoot. It was a hoot. Right down to the end when my fingers were freezing and my cheeks were numb. I think it was 30 degrees. That might be a little too loud, I don't know, but no, it's going to be interesting to see how this White House debacle plays out. Does the number 2 get elevated, or she get skipped over? Or, I suspect she's going to get skipped. I think they're going to retire her. But the family's saying they're not going to get out of the way. Not that it's up to the family, but they seem to be the ones controlling him, because he's not in control of himself.
Should have bought Dixie.
I didn't say I was going to have commercials. I might do a little more on this tennis razor. The other one's doing just fine now. The Javoso. Of all the ones they're talking about putting up, the only one, and I think this is just delicious, the only one that has any degree of successful political career, nobody likes the current number 2, and she's as dumb as a rock anyway. And California boy cannot run on his California record because California's a mess and has the highest number, one of the highest number of people, a population, diminishing population. Everybody's leaving California because they can't stand what's going on there. Homelessness, taxes, Green New Deal, etc. And so he's not gonna, what's his campaign? More of the same? And I can't even believe that Secretary of Transportation, Peter Boy, they're even talking about him. I can't believe they're even talking about him. And Governor Lockdown from Michigan, yeah, she's a real prize too. While she goes and dines in 5-star restaurants and travels the world, she's got her entire state locked down and they're suffering and they're being treated like inmates at Auschwitz. And the only one that even looks on paper who's had any degree of successful political life is the guy he beat in 2016. Yeah, let's put her up. And I'm not, Michelle ain't gonna run. There's no way in you know where she's gonna run. Too many secrets to hide. Dare I say Joan Rivers. That feels pretty good. Yeah, but I'm still going to rework this edge on something. Haven't decided yet. Yeah, it could be crisper. I may take it back to the 30,000 and work it some more there. And then once I have a good 30,000 edge on it, like the Javoso, then I will consider a natural stone. I always like going to the natural stone, not as a part of the overall process of honing it and polishing it and making it shave ready. I want it to be shave ready when I take it to the natural stone in Arkansas, Zulu gray, conical, that's the word I'm trying to get out. With a shave ready to go, and then just change the finish on it. It's really all I'm looking to do. I never look at the natural stones that's why my progression is the Shep. That's the foundation of all I do. Shapton glass up, 8,000, I may go all the way to 30,000, and then whether it be jump off to the natural either at 8,000, 16, or after I'm finished with 30, either way. So yeah, it's finished. It's finished. You can shave. I can even go to anything I want to. I'll stay with the tennis razor for my across the grain pass right here on this right hand side. That's so smooth. I reuse. Yeah, I've said before, and I've shown you before that I reuse my soap. I don't rinse it off. I just put it either back on my face or back onto the brush. And yeah, that's good stuff. Why would I want to flush it down the sink when there's still some life in that? Back to the fucker bite. Oh, at the end of the video, I'm going to insert some pictures of all of my razor collection. All 6, 7, 8. It's more than 6, so it's 8 roll-ups that I have. Oh, commercial. We're back. Wonderful, just wonderful. So these came in before I got home on my last trip. So I think they came in on Tuesday, a week ago yesterday. And so they were here when I got home last Wednesday. That's the day, Wednesday's the day that my wife kept me very busy. And I did not get a chance to shower and shave until late in the day, and so went to honing on these on Thursday of last week, and so what you're seeing today is really just the second shave with these, with no follow-up on the honing session. So I could get them on camera today. Going back to the tennis razor, the Fritz Brock. I like saying Fritz Brock about as much as I like saying Fuckerbite. Tomorrow's the 4th of July, Independence Day. I can't help but think we got a whole bunch of Tories in our midst. Yeah. Yep. The long span of history that got us to where we're at today actually is very encouraging and very interesting. I've said here recently that I would much rather live in Putin's Orthodox Christian under his that rule than the West Rainbow rule, and I stand by that. I want nothing to do with the West adherence to Sodom and Gomorrah. But I'd rather live under a George Washingtonian Constitution, or a true Jeffersonian Constitution and Bill of Rights, as we have, with original intent and not this nonsense we've got today. I don't have the full story yet, but I saw that Oklahoma is doing something toward putting the Bible back in the classroom to remind students of where our laws and our history come from. It was the guy they were interviewing was the Oklahoma State Superintendent for Public Schools. And if that's true, or how far along the path they've gone, I say great. I'll be right back. Well, I won't use that one anymore. All right, let's rinse it off and see what we got and move along. Oh, that feels so good. I think for the finishing strokes, I'll use the tennis razor, Fritz Brock. Even though I think this is the sharper razor between the two. The Javoso. I've never heard of it before, but it looks just like a Dovo. And that's all right. You know, I claim to be no expert on honing or much of anything else, really, except maybe driving a truck. But I will say this, that the more, over the years, 9 years now, and I've had the Shapton Glass complete set for most of those 9 years, 8 years, 7.5 years, whatever. But the more I use them, dare I say, the better I get using, the better I get with them. And this is just, you know, this is the best shave I've ever had. Now, which razor do I attribute it more to? I can't say, but I'm, based upon the honing and my initial impressions, probably the Javoso. But this one's right behind it. I guess if that's the case, this one, you know, does it really matter? I got a fabulous shave. I used 2 razors. Both of them were just great. Would be a good way to say it. All right, let's get on to the head shave. I know, I'm taking time today. Here I am, hour and 10 minutes, and I'm just now finishing the face shave. Oh my goodness. And I've got stuff lined up here to, after the face shave, for the accoutrements for you. But this is my, I got home about noon. Unpacked all my gear. Put out the flag for the 4th when I got home. Oh, I gotta pull out my AR-16 too. That was a joke. I said AR-16, that's not right. I don't even know, I'm not an AR user, owner, so I can't. What is that, AR-14? No, that's the old one. I don't know. And the real, well, I'm not going to say that either. I'll go load something, though, that I actually own. No, I'm not going to pop off rounds where I live. That's too dangerous. But where we live and have lived here now for 5.5 years, 4th of July and New Year's, we can sit out in our driveway and see fireworks in every direction. Big fireworks, the professional kind of fireworks, miles off in both directions. So I've got a clear sky, we're all right. So I'm using the tennis razor. I got a pretty good nick on my head on my last shave there on Sunday. So I got it's right back here, just around the corner where I can't quite see it. If anybody knows anything about the Javoso, its history, I can only imagine that given the blank that and the similarity with Fritz Brock and Dovo, and that it was probably a brand bought by Dovo. And so any information that'd be, somebody ought to do a book and all these brands that come out of the, it'd probably be something worth a series of books, decade by decade, almost like a gun digest. All right. Getting closer to being done. Commercials, I hate them. Sorry about all that interruption. It can play on now. I just muted it and let it play. Hey, I'm still on video.
How long are you going to be?
I'm almost done. Ouch. Well, ouch is never good, is it? Yeah, something's going on back there. Okay, we will go with that. So we're done with the head shave, done with the face shave. Let's move along to the accoutrements and refinements. Okay. We got the Ozma Allen Block. Oh, that's just... little bit of sting. Thayer's lavender toner, facial toner. All right. And for my cologne for the evening or aftershave, Oud de Stink, Guess. No, not Guess, it's Guess. A modern woody oriental. I don't know what that means. I got this little vial. This is one of the samples that my daughters got me for Father's Day. Whoop, well, I just, boom. I try not to use more than half. Oh, it smells good. I like that. I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to use the powder. Give myself a powder blast. I don't know. I think I'll just stay with, well, a shiny face. A shiny face. All right. So that's it. That's it. Thank you for staying with me. Wonderful shave with 2 new razors, and we're going to do a bit more, I think, with that other one tomorrow. And that's it. That's all I've got. A little, that was fun. All right. See you down the road.